I don't know if I'll ever get bored of that intro.
No.
I quite like it. I don't know if we should all be here either.
Because it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I didn't realise all day that it's Friday the 13th until you just said it's Friday the 13th. I'm like, oh, isn't that supposed to be quite bad luck? It's actually been a right day today, though. Well, it was beautiful earlier, and now it's a bit grim. Now it's kind of weird rainy. We have a thunderstorm warning here on the south coast of the UK. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Friday. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to chat in live chat, you have to do that. Liz, we are now over 35,000 subscribers.
Amazing.
And I can safely say it right now because we're at 35,030.
Oh, that's good because the screenshot you sent me was 35,002. That was the other day.
Yeah. Well, we didn't say anything on stream because then there'll be 3 fucking knobheads who just unsubscribe. Just to be like, ha!
Ha ha!
I'm also at 249 subscribers on the bike channel. So 1 away from 250.
Amazing.
Exclamation mark bike. And if you guys have been keeping an eye on the Warcom website, the Games Workshop have been sticking out some of the heresy rules. I'm definitely currently heresy curious. I'm very new heresy curious. And they were showing off some rules recently about vehicles and titans and stuff and how the damage is going to work for those. And it sounds quite interesting. Moreover, I think it sounds more in depth and more kind of RPG, I guess, than Warhammer 40k. And one would argue that therefore it's more narrative. So the question I've got for you guys in general, I think I know where my audience is going to sit on this one, but the question I've got is, does more narrative always equal more fun? Because sometimes I think more narrative. So here's my counterpoint. I would argue to some extent that Crusade for 40k is more narrative, but I think that gets to a point where it stops being fun because there's too much admin to try and keep up with what's going for all of these different units all the time. I think that can take away from the fun because there's too much admin. I've played games in the past like Battletech, which is not Games Workshop specifically, before Alpha was out, and there was so much detail in it. It was like, this is getting a bit tedious. It's becoming more of an admin exercise than it is an actual fun game to play. So, but you could argue it's more narrative, right? It definitely could be argued that it's more narrative. Is there a line? Answers on postcards tonight. And what I also want to ask you, wonderful people, is what is your most narrative rule ever? Either one that you've played, and you can stick that on a postcard, or one that you'd like to see. There you go. And I'm going to sit here and sweat. I regret the early shower.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I'm sticking to my ruler.
Yeah. This is when the UK sucks because we don't have aircon in our houses.
Do you remember that song? I'm sticking with you 'cause I'm made out of glue. Anything that you can do, I'm gonna do too. No one else remember that?
What just happened?
I don't even know how I know that.
I don't hopefully know what just happened there, chat. I apologise. I apologise to you wonderful human beings. I want to play 30k 3.0. I just don't want to sit an English exam to play. I agree. Removing some parts of the rules that feel so cumbersome is easier than trying to add your own rules to flesh out parts. Love how much attention they're giving to Titans. Well, it's irrelevant because, you know, Fulgrim could just kill one. Stuka says, I remember.
I remember.
I remember. Remember Star Wars? I remember.
Where's it from, Stuka? Is it an advert? Is it a really old advert that was on the telly in the early 90s? Is that why I know it?
Oh, I fucking love this stuff. You still not going to try it?
No.
Just the tip?
No.
Just the tip?
No.
Okay, well, you know. Escapade says he members. Won't let you send a postcard? You what? YouTube just crashes. I tell you what, if YouTube's crashing for everyone to send a postcard or a gifted membership, I'm just going to turn it off. I'm going to lay out in the rain.
I'm having a theory.
Okay.
If I put Is it live chat? Yeah, if I put live chat on, I get our snaps. If I put top chat on,
you don't.
I don't.
I normally change it to live chat, and it's currently on top chat, so I might just leave it on top chat and see what happens. Maybe you fixed it for yesterday already. I did like the subtle rule on Horror Heresy. I don't like the 40k rule of lasguns wounding land raiders. I agree with that one. Old television advert, apparently.
But which one? What is it?
I don't know why you're asking me.
I think I remember maybe it was a kid's product, or I don't know.
Velvet Underground. I don't know. People are just saying things now. I don't know. You've derailed this straight. You've derailed this straight away. A Pritt Stick advert.
That makes sense.
We didn't even ask 10 minutes before you were like, yeah, fuck 40k. Fuck Warhammer. I'm going to Twickenham tomorrow, team.
Twiggers.
With my dad and my brother and my uncle who's not my uncle.
How many of us have those dear family friends that we call...
As kids, we called uncle.
Affectionately like uncle or auntie, but we're not actually related.
At 38, I don't call him uncle anymore. I'll be honest, I haven't done that for a number of years now. It would be weird, I think, now.
You should do it tomorrow. See if he
Uncle Jamie.
looks away.
He would look at me like, the fuck are you? Honestly.
Oh, that'd be funny.
But yeah, how many people got that? How many people got family members that you called uncle or auntie despite not being family members? And how long did it last before you went, I'm not doing this anymore? And how many of them touched you? No, I'm joking. And what plans have you got for... Actually, I found out the other day, I think it was when you were on stream as well, that in America, it's also Father's Day on Sunday.
Yeah, we have different Mother's Days, but the same Father's Day.
So how many of you got plans for Father's Day? What's your plans? I'm just looking for postcards. I'm just looking for fucking anything right now. Chat. Anything. Give me something.
Garsty, are you near us? Is the heavy rain coming anywhere near us? Because it's feeling like there's a lid on the atmosphere and it's unbearable and it's sapping my energy.
I had an Uncle Jimmer who was not related to us at all but gave us presents every year. Our uncle was my dad, basically my dad's best mate, essentially. Yeah. And he was down every Christmas. He was down for all of our birthdays. The poor bastard would always come to us.
Yeah.
I'd never go to him.
I remember I was pretty pregnant with James, and he gave up his bed so me and you could sleep in his bed. So we went to visit him, and he slept in the bunk bed.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Just so that me and my pregnant bump can have a proper bed.
Could have an actual bed. What a lovely man.
I think I fell asleep all over his house. I was just eating and sleeping.
You're implying I have a father? I mean, you do. Wrexham, North Wales, so probably not. That is quite the trek, to be fair. The rain's got a long time to get here from Wrexham.
Being selfish with the rain, Garsty.
It's shitting it down in Basingstoke, by the way. That's just up the road.
Oh, okay.
Can you call it its proper name, though, Andrew?
Amazingstoke.
Amazingstoke. All right. Yeah. Go to build the last few models from the Death Guard, Battle Force, and Combat Patrol. Then it will either be building knights or updating my NID. Sounds fun. I'm into it. I don't have any, but I am one to the kids of a mate I've had for almost 30 years. That's amazing. Brom was Uncle Brom to our kid. Well, no, actually, for a while, he was Uncle Bad Touch. I did get my eldest to full believe that his name was Uncle Bad Touch when he was 3 or 4 years old. He was quite young, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
So he would run around the supermarket in Ipswich calling after Brom and calling, Uncle Bad Touch!
Plans for the weekend is Legs Day on my Reaver Titan.
Oh, good.
Father's Day will be going to a Lego show at the Amex Stadium over in Brighton on Sunday.
A Lego show? That sounds great.
I didn't know they did those.
I just found Brewdog do burger sauces and relish, so I'm going burger heavy on Father's Day, and the kid can sod off for a while.
I get it.
I was saying to you the other day, I feel bad about this, but I feel like most dads on Father's Day, they're like, what do you want to do? I want to not be near the kids.
Yeah. I get it.
And I always feel bad if I say that, because you're at home with them all the time anyway, and I'm not. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit weird. Yeah, Uncle Bad Touch. And then Brom used to get so annoyed because there'd be a Tesco Extra on the roundabout for the A14 in Ipswich, and James would be running around the supermarket looking for Brom if Brom went off to get something, going, Uncle Bad Touch! And I was just rolling around the aisle laughing. And then he said to me, you're going to get me in a lot of trouble. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you for the $5, Ollie. And the Springies, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. We have one already. We are off the mark, chat. There's 107 people watching. We can get this put to bed really fast so that I can relax, and every single person can gift a membership, and then we all get to be happy, and Luce will smile, and the dog will jump up on camera, and it'll be amazing, and the weather will break, and the rain will come, and the house will cool down, and I'll just be cheerful.
We'll have to close the windows though when the rain comes because the mozzies.
Plans for the weekend is building the second box of wolves.
Yes.
Then get some paint on some diamonds.
Nah, fuck the diamonds, do the wolves.
Do you know the amount of dads that I've seen on the internet that have said my perfect Father's Day would be pretty much leave me alone, and I wonder if it's because typically mums are at home with the kids, and I guess you acclimatise to it.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's not such an irritation. Like, we love our kids, obviously, but if you're in the adult world more than you're in the kiddie world...
I don't know if I could classify myself as being in the adult world around people like Joe.
But do you know what I mean? I think... to say it's jarring sounds like you're not there at all.
Yeah, no, I get
which
it.
isn't the case. But
I
do wonder if it's like an acclimatising thing.
I actually legitimately don't mind them being around on Sunday at all.
But they're also not that young anymore, so
no,
it's not as intense.
And I said to my eldest today that I was going to commandeer the living room on Sunday so they couldn't play on their PlayStation and watch all of the Lord of the Rings back-to-back extended editions, and he went, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like he'll I think he thinks I was joking, which is why he said, yeah, okay. But, you know. But hey.
We played softball today.
I'm sick of Paw Patrol and had enough of soft plays. I'm eating burgers and having a drink. I might even paint for a bit. Bliss. I'll be honest with you, Kai. The amount that you messaged me about having to watch Paw Patrol, I feel like you're really into it now. I feel like you're watching it even when she's at school.
Yeah.
Sam, thank you for the gifted.
You secretly know who all the
I think he's quite the Paw
are.
Patrol fan nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I've got to watch Paw Patrol again.
Yeah.
And he's got it on loop in the background.
I love, it's on Channel 5, and I can't remember what time in the morning it's on, but it's Pip and Posy. That's my favourite one.
Thank you, Sam, for the 1. Thank you, Yeston, for the 1. Everyone's on budget tonight, look. You did what I asked, you're legends. Thank you.
And then there was a really nice little animated show for kids called Fifi and the Flower Tots. That was on years ago. It's not on anymore. It's such a lovely... And there's northern accents in it. I think it's Jane Horrocks.
Adam says,
possibly.
I've been told for Father's Day I get a full day of no nagging and whinging. Will it happen? I don't know. Lol. Yeah. But hey, you know, Paw Patrol went downhill after season 2.
The difficult third season.
I thought the shower in my hotel room was a joke. I had to contort just to use it. I'm just 6 foot, so I've had no idea why it was so small. I hate hotel showers. There's a moment when you go to a hotel room, and I don't go to hotel rooms very often, to be honest with you. But when you go to a hotel room, there's 2 moments. There's 2 key moments. And well, 3 strictly. The first one, if we take the extra one, the first one is when you first open that door. The first thing I do when I open a door into a hotel room.
Check the bathroom. Oh, the smell.
Because that will fucking trigger me immediately. So the smell's the first one. The next thing I do is I chuck my bag down, and the next thing that's quite important is I sit on the bed. And if I go, oh, this is going to be shit. And then the third baptism of fire in a hotel room is when you go into the shower and I just reach in and turn it on. And then sometimes it goes, psh, you're like, okay, this is going to be fine. I can have a good shower. Even if my night's sleep is shit, I can have a good shower. It's going to be fine. And sometimes you put it on and it's like someone strapped my 7-year-old to the ceiling of the shower and he's just pissing on me.
I think it's because several rooms share the same water pressure.
Maybe.
That must be it.
So yeah, you know, that is the problem. Paw Patrol. I love the fact we're talking about kids' cartoons now. Paw Patrol is so irritating. Bluey is a great show for parents to listen on, though.
Never fear. I'm here and the best is Ben and Holly.
What's the best kids? Why is kids TV now so shit? What's the best kids TV show you ever watched?
I mean, Parsley the Lion.
You did. I mean, to be fair, you watched that recently.
Oh my god! And
the Herb Garden,
the original Clangers.
But you only discovered Parsley the Lion recently. So
I know.
I
know. I need to. It's so dated. It's actually beautiful. I might just put it on YouTube and just be like, watch, boys. Watch how beautiful and simple
Evan
life was.
Manello, thank you for 5 gifted memberships, you sexual human being. Zella Phelan, thank you for 5 gifted memberships, you sexual human being. Jaffe Barra, thank you for 1 gifted. And Umbra, thank you for that $2, man. You're a legend. We are on a mighty 14 of the finest members. We got bills to pay.
I want to find out what Bagpuss was like. I want to find Bagpuss.
South Park doesn't count as kids' TV, Dave, I don't think, I'm afraid.
I wish it did.
Does anyone remember Rude Dog and the Dwebs?
I don't know.
Oh, I remember Rude Dog. He had a patch over his eye. Yeah.
There used to be some banging cartoons, though, really, and everything's kind of changed quite a lot.
He was like
you can't
Staffy.
So, chat, you can't pick like South Park or Family Guy. Because they are adult cartoons, aren't they? Really, or anything akin to that. Like, I don't think you could include Beavis and Butthead and stuff like that. To be fair, right? But there were some fucking incredible old shows. What used to be on the TV when I was a kid? I'm not saying these were good. I'm just trying to reminisce. There was Rosie and Jim, which was weird.
I used to watch Rosie and Jim.
Weird. What they got up to in the back of that boat. I'm sure it was sexual.
I was in Lancaster a couple of years ago for Christmas time. And I went into one of their museums. They've got Rosie and Jim. I walked into a room and went,
Did you ever watch Brum?
No, but I know what it is.
The little yellow car that drove... Was it yellow?
Yeah.
The little yellow car that drove itself around?
Yeah. And
there was Bernard's Watch.
No, I didn't watch that one.
I want Bernard's Watch. X-Men was great. The way they used to draw the cartoons. Captain Scarlet, yeah. Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons.
The new Blue's Clues is pretty good with Josh.
Thunderbirds, yeah.
Ben was obsessed with Josh.
OG X-Men was great. I loved OG X-Men, by the way. Oh.
Pingu, I remember Pingu. And there's the 2 plasticine stick people. One's yellow, one's
This is your fault, Kai, by the way, the fact that we're now talking about kids' TV shows.
One's white and one's red, I think. And they kind of like, is it morph? Yeah.
Morph.
I was about to say, they morph into a shape. That was it. Yeah.
The Magic Roundabout was mental. He-Man, yeah, He-Man. Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah, my brother watched that.
Stingray.
Now, were you Stingray or Thunderbirds?
Thunderbirds, probably. Easy.
I remember Stingray being a bit... There was some kind of water thing.
But why have you not included Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons in that one? Because it's a similar type of cartoon. Not cartoon, it was puppet animation, wasn't it?
Didn't watch that one.
Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. Oh, Bodger and Badger? Do you remember Bodger and Badger?
No, I didn't watch
He
that
loved
one.
mashed potatoes.
No, I have no idea who you're on about.
How fucking random was old kids' TV? Now everything's got to have some kind of societal lesson in it. But in the old days, he's a badger and he likes mashed potato.
My first episode of watching Parsley the Lion, where somebody's gun goes off.
Captain Pugwash, yeah.
Did Parsley's tail get blown off by the shotgun?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the garden looks so beautiful. I want to live in that garden.
Street Sharks. I remember Street Sharks. I used to have Was the Street Sharks the ones that had bottom half humans, top half shark with arms? Was that Street Sharks?
That sounds messed
Is that
up.
the Street Sharks? I used to have the toys. Me and my brother had some of the Street Sharks toys. It was great. Round the twist. That was weird, wasn't it? Poddington peas.
I've heard of them.
You've not seen it?
No.
Where did you live? Beirut?
I was outside.
Shut up. Outside. It doesn't mean you can't see cartoons. Fraggle Rock, yes. Look at this is the busiest chat's been a week. Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse was great.
Danger Mouse.
That was, yeah, Street Sharks. I used to have street sharks. They were fucking great, they were. Oh.
I'll probably remember a whole bunch of them if like we were on YouTube just going through 90s cartoons.
Do you ever watch Rex the Runt? Rex the Runt, the squiggly wiggly 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 dog.
No.
Oh my god, it was a great show.
Cat dog. Which end did the shit come out of?
Well,
animal cruelty is what that cartoon is.
Knowing our dog has proven what happens when cat dog exists because she just vomits cat shit. So we know what end it comes out of, Luce. We've had proof. It's not pleasant. TV went downhill as soon as they animated everything. OG Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, OG Thomas, yeah. Oh, Fireman Sam. Mm-hmm. Although I do like some of the YouTube adaptations of things like Fireman Sam.
Fireman Sam.
The Demon Headmaster. I forgot about that one.
Clean. Fireman Sam.
Oh my lord.
Oh, the Chuckle Brothers.
The Chuckle Brothers.
Wasn't one of the people...
This is a great show already. What, sorry?
Wasn't one of the people on Gogglebox one of the Chuckle Brothers' nephew?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like how Esther's written Ducktales. Woo ooh. He's written the part of the song as well. Ducktales is a. I mean, you can't trust Ducktales either because if you watch their uncle, whatever his name was, Scrooge McDuck, right? He used to dive into a giant pile of coins and then swim in them.
Yeah, that would hurt.
That would really fucking hurt.
Don't do that.
It's a lie, chap.
That would hurt.
If you've got a giant pile of coins, that will hurt.
Put them in a jam
jar. The
jar.
Queen's Head. I forgot about the Queen's Head. Adrian, thank you for the one gifted. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And then Lehman Russ, thank you for the $2, man. You're a legend as well. Baker Grove, of course. Fucking Baker Grove. This is. I'm happy now. Let's just talk about this all night.
Yeah, that's it, Matt. The two from Yorkshire, the brother and the sister.
My brother had an obsession with
Oh, Art
Rugrats.
Attack. Art Attack at the very end when he'd do like a picture with rice.
A giant
and
one.
It'd be, a giant picture.
My brother was obsessed with Rugrats to the point we went and watched the first Rugrats movie in the cinema.
Have you ever watched Rugrats as an adult? Like, has it ever?
No.
Some of the episodes are really like they address some pretty sad issues. As a kid's cartoon goes.
Chippendale, which was the one with Alvin, Simon and Theodore.
Chipmunks.
Was that called the Chipmunks, was it?
I think so.
Was it?
Do.
How to? I used to. Although the other day I had the kids in the barbers and James was watching Horrible Histories. That's quite good.
They love Horrible
I like that
Histories.
one quite a lot.
Yeah.
Top tier cartoons. Who's this from? From who? Gargoyles. Yes. This is amazing.
Oh, that was it. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Thanks,
Alvin and the
that's
Chipmunks,
good.
yeah. There's some great shows there. And now it's all a bit... Well, now kids don't really watch cartoons, do they?
No, they don't. They don't.
The eldest went through a very long period of time of watching Ninjago, the Lego animated show. And now him and the youngest just watch YouTubers. Vetted, I might add. They're vetted. We don't let them watch any old nonsense. They wouldn't be able to watch this shit. But Johnny Bravo. And Dexter's Laboratory. Do you think Dexter's Laboratory...
And Recess.
Do you think Dexter's Laboratory slightly influenced Stewie from Family Guy? A genius small child with a laboratory in his room.
Maybe.
Johnny Bravo was great though. He was a right womanizer. And it was allowed. It was fine. Encouraged even.
Yeah,
it's
a little bit baffling considering kids' cartoons. It has to go past like a panel of people before it can be aired.
We also
and stuff like Johnny Bravo still came out.
Well, but back then it was fine, you know. And we I mean, to be fair, when me and my brother were kids, and Cartoon Network was a revelation. 24/7 cartoons just sounds great.
Best 2 was Visionaries and Dungeons and Dragons.
Honestly, Amber, I don't think I watched either of those. SMTV was peak kids TV. It was until I matured into an adult that could watch Soccer AM, and then I stopped watching SMTV. I don't know if they had overlap. I'm not sure. But when Cartoon Network first became, when we first got, why is my camera being a twat? When we first got Sky, there was like 21 channels. Or so that was it. And Cartoon Network was like number 19 or number 17 or something. 18.
Oh, wait, no. Was it 17 or 18?
I don't remember.
I think 17.
I think 106 or channel 6 was Sky 1 or something. Yeah. And you paid for Sky with a satellite dish to get 20 TV channels maximum, and like Cartoon Network was channel 17, and we would actually watch hours of fucking Tom and Jerry. We would literally would sit and watch Tom and Jerry because it was like 24/7 cartoons.
I think now, really old Tom and Jerry, there's a racism warning on it now.
Fuck off.
Because the homeowner, so the woman, I think, I don't know. I don't even know if we saw her because
no, you just saw her legs.
Yeah.
They ruin everything, don't they?
But there's a racism warning on there now, and there's another one. Dumbo has got a racism warning on because of the crows.
This is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Utterly ridiculous.
But again, it's a bit like my comment earlier about Rugrats. If you do ever watch that, they talk about stuff like miscarriage and the guilt that working parents feel.
Ed, Edd n Eddy was great, Amber. What a show. What a show. I love this has just turned into a stream of chat writing shows in. It's funny some of the adult humour in cartoons back in the 90s and 80s that got shown. Yeah, I know. But it's fine because kids don't know what the fuck... I never picked up on it. Baby Muppets. What's Baby Muppets?
Oh, Baby, you know the Muppet Show?
Yeah.
Then there was Baby Muppets. I didn't watch that one, and I don't even remember really watching the Muppet Show. I watched the films like Muppets Treasure Island, Muppets Christmas Carol. Didn't ever watch Sesame Street because I don't think it was on our channels.
I think we got a bit of Sesame Street. I'm sure I did.
I remember when we got Disney Channel on cable. There was, oh God, Bear in the Big Blue House. Oh, I loved Bear in the Big Blue House. I was a teenager when that came out. That was decompression. Just watch Bear in the Big Blue House.
Wasn't Rainbow the one with Bungle in it? I'm sure that was Rainbow.
Oh, there you go. That's how much I didn't pick up on in the cartoons. The woman in Tom and Jerry was the servant housekeeper. I didn't pick up on that at all. I thought she was the homeowner. I was too busy watching a cat and a mouse constantly try and hurt each other.
I think people make a thing that doesn't actually exist sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes it's genuine. But I definitely didn't pick up on any of it as a kid.
Yeah.
But you're a kid, you know.
I guess it's like the sexual innuendos in most Disney films. As an adult, you're sniggering because there's a joke and the kids are going, what are you laughing at?
That's happened. The amount of times our elders go, what are you laughing at? Nothing.
Like nothing.
Ian, thank you for 5 gifted. You're a legend. 125. What a hero. What a man. What a guy. Up to 25 of the finest members. Team. Funhouse was so good. Was Funhouse the one with the twins? Was that Funhouse? Wacky Races with Catch the Pigeon.
Oh, Coyote and the Roadrunner? Or Looney Tunes, that was it.
Fun fact, Billy Collar was the only person to die in a Muppet movie.
Who?
Oh, really?
I read somewhere that in kids' films, if somebody gets hurt, you have to conclude it straight away as to how bad they're hurt. Is there inference that they survived it okay? Because you have to conclude it because of the kids watching. Even if it's not the main bad guy, even if it's what do they call it? Like an extra.
Yeah, like a side quest.
Yeah, they have to conclude it because the kids will ask.
Muppet Treasure Island was great. Evan, thank you for 10 gifted. You're a legend. What a hero. What a man. What a guy. I miss old cartoons. I miss old cartoons that just kind of didn't, for the most part, just kind of didn't tackle anything real world. They were just on adventures, doing things.
Yeah. I've been gifted 10.
I know, and he's already gifted some before as well.
I think he might have touched that sunstroke that poor Roland had.
Fun fact, I came for the Warhammer, I stayed for the 80s cartoon memory lane. To be honest with you, mate. To be honest with you, Kai, if you're coming for the Warhammer on a Friday night, you're in the wrong fucking place, mate. But I'm sure you know that already. It just doesn't stay very long at all.
Oh, Smut Peddler, I knew that. Fun fact, the fake snow used in The Wizard of Oz was asbestos.
Oh, really?
There's so much, like, when you research The Wizard of Oz, the makeup they used had lead in it.
Yeah.
And we all know about poor Judy Garland and how she was treated.
Bella says, I watched more YouTube as a kid than cartoons. I was more a YouTube kid than cartoons and other TV, South Park included. I think a lot of the younger generation, like my eldest is 12, I think that's the case for a lot of them now.
I want to ask Bella a question.
Okay.
Do you, and this isn't a dig at all, because I know your poor dad's going to get it in the neck. Sorry, Dave. As you're a YouTube watcher and not a like rolling cartoon, Saturday morning cartoons, would you say you're selfish? That sounds really bad, but in terms of you're not willing to watch something that someone else is interested in the room, you'll just leave the room and find your demand.
Yeah, selfish isn't the right word, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Bella, I'm not calling you selfish, but would you struggle to sit in a room if a sibling wanted to watch a cartoon?
When I was young, we had a TV in the living room and we had a TV in the kitchen diner. The TV in the kitchen diner was legitimately about this wide, right? It was a tiny little thing.
Little tiny
It was
thing.
deeper than it was wide, right? And what they did is they connected the Sky box from the living room to the kitchen diner in such a manner that it meant that if you wanted to watch Sky in the kitchen diner, you had to go into the living room,
I remember.
put your Sky channel on, and then go back. And that was the only way you could do it, right? So you had to.
Kai.
So yeah, I saw that. So you had to so you couldn't watch a Sky channel in one room and a Sky channel in another room, and then we didn't have any of the TVs.
Yeah.
At that point in time, so it was a case of in the evenings, if you wanted to watch TV, you watched what Mum and Dad on Sky. That was that. There were rare occasions when Mum wanted to watch our soaps on terrestrial, and we would get away with Dad would put it on normal TV with the fucking aerial, and Ash and I would be sat on these little chairs with this little screen watching Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And so you kind of got used, and you got used to things like adverts.
Yes.
Those two do not have the patience for adverts.
No.
Ever.
So when Thursdays is a good example for us. If our day gets rained off, then I quickly turn the day into an unplugged day. And the rule of unplugged day is the main TV can go on for films only. And once they choose a film, they have to let it run through. You can't get bored and turn it off or rewind to your favourite bit. They can do anything else, but it's not a screen.
Yeah.
Board games, colouring, reading, napping, heaven forbid you nap. Want to walk the dog? Let's go and do it. Do you want to cook something? Let's do it. Ben is great. He will ransack the board games cupboard.
Batman the Animated Series had the best Joker, voiced by Mark Hamill. Just don't watch The Killing Joke. So not for kids lol.
So it was a good Joker, but it's not the best Joker. Because Heath Ledger exists. Or did.
Best Joker, yeah.
It was the best Joker for me.
So Ben's great at the Unplugged day. James really struggles. He sees it as wasted time.
Yeah.
And I've tried to say to him so often, children who need to be kept occupied turn into anxious adults.
Bella got back to you and said, I watch random stuff if family puts it on, if it's not boring. Well,
that's it though, Bella. If it's not boring, like who's seeing it as boring?
So if I was to put the MotoGP on in the lounge, right?
Yeah, I watched it with you.
James is going to leave the room and go and watch TV in his bedroom.
I know.
Without doubt.
Yeah.
He's going to. My youngest, he might sit and watch it for a bit, and then what he'll do is he'll ask me enough. I think he does it on purpose. Asks me enough questions that I get so irritated that I'm like, I've watched it a different fucking time. And he gets TV. I don't think he actually does do it on purpose. He's just very inquisitive, bless him. Controversial opinion, best Joker was Joaquin Phoenix.
He was pretty good.
He was really good. He was really good.
Considering they kind of did the origin story of how he was, like, that was a good...
Playing the origin story was very... I don't know. I personally think Heath Ledger was better. I do, but Joaquin Phoenix was good, yes, and to be fair. Umber, thank you for the $5 then, man. What a legend. We didn't have a Sega Mega Drive. We had, what we had was an original Nintendo, Gus. We had a NES, right? And it came in a little silver, like a little grey suitcase, which you've seen now, because I brought it over when we did the origins of video games and stuff. And if we wanted to play it, we had to get the suitcase down, set it all up, all the cables. And when we finished, like, you know, now, like in our lounge, we've got the PlayStation in there for the kids.
Yeah.
And when they finish playing it, it just stays there.
I had no idea it came in a suitcase.
When we finished playing the Nintendo, Dad made us pack it all the way in the suitcase.
That when you brought in the suitcase, I thought, what's this he's brought home? I opened it up. Oh, the NES.
Yeah. So in that little grey carry case with the little orange gun in it. But we had to put it away every time. We weren't allowed to leave it set up.
Yeah.
Dad was like, nope, not leave it set up. Put it away. I mean, not doing any harm. No, put it away. Okay, we'll put it away. Cool.
And now your dad's like, he's granddad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All you have to do is bend out the big blue eyes. It's granddad.
I think when they went for that long weekend, when we went to that wedding last year, I think he was fucking having twitches when I set the switch up on their big TV in their living room. I think that was him going, this is the worst weekend of my life.
Of my life.
Yeah. Who's the best bad guy that ever existed? There's loads of great bad guys, but who's the best bad guy that ever existed? TV or film? Darth Vader is an obvious choice.
I don't know. The costume's really Darth Vader, not the actor. Although James Earl Jones
How dare you?
is forever a legend for being Darth Vader and Mufasa and all of that.
Mufasa.
But Darth Vader is more the costume, and it's not. I don't know.
Jimmy Savile. Oh no. I mean, yeah. Emperor Palpatine, bigger bad guy than Darth Vader. If Dad puts on Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, I'm packing my bags. You need educating. You've just lost all social standing in this chat. Hannibal Lecter. Darth Sidious. It's a lot of Siths going on.
Oh, is that a Star Wars one?
Bane from the Christian Bale Batmans is pretty damn good.
I haven't seen those.
Was that the one where South Park took the piss out of his voice? Was that the one? Where he talked about being born in the darkness. I can't do the voice. Early seasons Walking Dead Negan. Oh, yes, Jess. He was great. Do you remember when we first got introduced to Negan?
Yeah, he's good. Negan's pretty good.
Negan's fucking incredible as a bad guy. I've disowned Bella, that's fine.
I had to stop watching Walking Dead. Number one, it got ridiculous that the baby survived, but like how never mind. But Negan would honestly trigger the anxiety of I actually can't watch it.
I kind of want to start watching it all over again just to get to Negan, but I haven't got the time, unfortunately. But Negan was fucking great.
The cop Gary Oldman played in Leon.
I don't think I've seen that, I'll be honest.
Gary Oldman's such a good actor.
Gary Oldman's great. Thank you so much, Yeston, for the $2. We're on $25 and 35 members so far. It's disastrous.
I tell you what, it's not the bad guy, but best role for me is what is his name? He was in Third Rock from the Sun. John Lithgow playing Churchill in The Crown.
It's not really a bad guy.
No, I just said it wasn't a bad guy.
Oh, right, okay.
That's my best role. Best actor, best role.
Really?
I think the later on he's got the parts, the better he's become.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I get pretty biased though, because I start thinking of actors in different series, like things like Band of Brothers, and then I get very biased because it's my favourite show. So
yeah.
I think then you start picking people based on Because who was it? What is it? Colin Firth who played what's his name in The King's Speech. I thought that was excellent.
Yeah.
It was really fucking good. Lord Farquaad. Ramsay Bolton was pretty good, to be fair. As was, I saw someone say Joffrey as well. That was pretty well played. I think he fucked himself though in that one.
He's in Batman Returns.
Is he?
Yeah, child actor. He's outside his apartment when Batman is climbing the fire escapes, and Batman gives him a little like souvenir because he says, "Oh, my friends won't believe me." There's no mistaking it. He is the kid on the balcony in Batman Returns.
Cool. I didn't know. I had no idea. Oh, I might have to have another shower. A post-shower. What's that look for?
No.
Why not?
Have you seen the water bill?
No, you pay it.
You're not having another shower. You can suffer. You showered at the wrong time. You must suffer.
You were the one suggesting it.
You have your own mind.
Early start tomorrow because rugby. Should we shower before stream? Yeah, sounds like a great idea. So I did. I'm now sat here sweat my balls off, and she's like, "Haha, I haven't showered. Haha, best bad guy, loose." She's the best bad guy. I'm not engaging that one, Kai.
Oh, sorry, Smurf. It's Batman Begins. I keep getting them mixed up.
Dumbledore's not evil. What are you talking about, Smeg? Barbossa in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh.
Go out and dance in the rain. It's not raining here. Is it raining?
No.
No, it's not raining here. I can't go out and dance in the rain. You'll be the one to suffer eventually, Luce. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll get the foam earplugs. I'll just shove them up my nose. I'll just have to breathe through my mouth.
Haircut, big fella. I keep it updated weekly, Colin, but thank you for noticing. No one mentions it anymore. It's just you people on stream. Every time I come home with a fresh haircut, Luce doesn't say a word. She's never like, "Nice haircut, babe."
I hate it when people notice my haircut.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you think it's because they're basically going, "You look shit before"?
Yeah. Yeah. Even if I shave it all off with just a mohawk, don't mention it. Just pretend it's always been
you
there.
You look fucking dreadful. And now you look alright. That's what people are saying, basically.
I think it stems from being at work when I was 18, and one of the bitchy waitresses said to me, "Oh, good, you got your eyebrows done." What a cunt.
I don't know why anyone would ever comment on that.
Especially as they're blonde
and so
anyway.
Not only do I not know why anyone would comment on that, because that's a weird thing to comment on. Haircuts are one thing, I guess, but it's a weird thing to comment on, to say your eyebrows have been done. It's even weirder as a precursor to say, "Oh, good."
I know.
Like, that just nails that one.
I know.
Straight in, done, nailed.
But that's not the worst one I've had. In school, lining up for assembly, a girl who I thought was my friend kept trying to tuck my fringe, invading my personal space. Didn't know the words back then to be like, "Personal space, back the fuck off." She was trying to tuck my fringe behind my ear, and then she said to me, "You'd be so much prettier if you wore makeup."
Oh, wow.
I know, girls are horrible. They're the worst.
Girls are bitches.
Girls being mean to girls is the worst. Cuts deep.
My mother, for a while, used to say to me, "Beards are ugly. You look scruffy with a beard." You look scruffy with a beard. Well, I don't. I look better. Because without it, I look like Beaker. I have no chin. It just goes straight down. Straight to the neck.
No, you don't.
I have a weak chin. That's a fact. With a beard, I have a manly shaped face. Without a beard, I have a weak chin. It goes down, in.
Oh, Jess. I was getting my nails done before my wedding, and the lady said, "Do you want your eyebrows done as well? I think you need it."
Wow.
It's awful.
Wow. Oh, my Lord. What if someone sees you for the first time and gives you a compliment? I think that's different, isn't it, if they don't know you, to be fair, Evan?
No, I still get uncomfortable with it.
Oh, good, your pubes have been done. Look great. Brilliant. That is his new name, Yeston, as well, by the way. That is his new name. That's what he's called now. Any pre-beard pictures? Loads, but I'm not sharing them. There's some in this room. Up on the wall. I'm not sharing them. It's awful. It looks awful. It looks like I couldn't fold a towel.
Couldn't fold a towel?
Yeah, or a bed sheet.
What's that got to do with your... Oh, because you go like that.
You figured that one out. Yeah, looks like I couldn't fold a bed sheet. Impossible. You may not have a chin. My dad has 4. Take what it is. Dave. Backhand.
I bought a guard codex and I'm pretty sure the code is still good if anyone wants it. MBRFKPMW not gonna have the army ready anytime this edition. Embarrassed smiley face emoji.
How many gifted for those pics?
Another top shout. Same actor, different films. The guy in Skyfall and No Country for Old Men.
Oh my. Who's that? Shall I see if I can get one up first? And then we can set a gifted target.
What is the most diverse actor you think there is out there? Hasn't been typecast because it's actually impossible to typecast them. They're too good. They can do any role.
I don't know if I can actually answer that exactly, but there is a couple of people that come to mind where I've seen them do wildly different roles. So like, I will never get over Hugh Grant in the film The Gentleman.
The Gentleman, yeah.
I will never get over that. Because I think up until that point he was always typecast.
Yeah, the charming Englishman.
And I almost feel like now it was a shame that he was always typecast because he was so good in that film. It's one of my favourite roles he's ever done.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. I couldn't believe it was him. I couldn't believe it. I also think about people like Damian Lewis. So I think about my favourite show, which was Band of Brothers, and I think about him as Winters in Band of Brothers, and then I think about him as what's-his-face in Homeland.
Yes, he was great
Wildly
in that.
different roles.
He was great in that. I think for me, he's not here anymore, but Heath Ledger. I'd only ever seen him in things like A Knight's Tale, 10 Things I Hate About You. So very chick flicky, kind of cute, a bit rough around the edges, and then to play someone like the Joker. So I think Heath Ledger's one of them. Almost typecast as the teenage heartthrob.
I have found photos of me without a beard. You're not having them shared unless we hit all of our targets. And then you'll get one. And then we'll get another one per 10 increment. There you go. Done.
Oh, Dave, he's called Ralph Fiennes, I think. Played Voldemort. Ralph Fiennes?
Was that Ralph Fiennes?
I think so.
He played, was it Ralph Fiennes? Played Voldemort?
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
He's actually everyone. When you take your last breath, you take off your face and you were Gary Oldman all along. Gary Oldman's great, to be fair. He's the one who plays, what's his face? Lamb in
Slow Horses.
Yeah. And he's fucking great in that role as well.
He played Churchill in, is it The Darkest Hour? But I don't actually think he was very good in that.
Robin Williams is very good in non-comedy roles. He could act. He really could act. 100%. I think you're right there, to be fair. Versatile old Gary Oldman, Jesus, because there are so many films where you don't even realise he was in it. I think that's some of the best acting.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
Some of the best acting is when they have a reasonable role, but you have no idea they're in it in the first place. Jackson Lamb, that's the one, Trap. How's it going, dude? How are you?
When's that back on?
Slow Horses, I don't know. What a fucking show, though.
Yeah. Slow Horses is so good.
Anthony Hopkins is fucking good, to be fair. Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Loose, get out. I think it's because there's people that have done Churchill that I think they did it better.
There are a few people that have done it better, but I don't think he was bad.
I'm allowed one hot take, that's it. That's my
You're
hot
allowed lots of
take.
hot takes. We need hot takes for controversy so people start talking. That's how it works.
Jim Carrey, yes. And someone said Leonardo DiCaprio earlier. He's pretty good, actually. When he did, is it called Shutter Island?
I will confess, I've seen very little with him in it. I think. I don't know.
I think it's called Shutter Island.
He did Titanic, and that was kind of the film that defined him. And I've never watched that, and I don't really want to.
There was definitely room on that door.
The thing is, right, with a film like, people go, Titanic's a great film. I was like, it's not, though, is it? Because I know what's happening. I don't need to watch the film. Boat sinks. Done. Boat sinks.
Oh, God.
It's imperative to include the R when you're Googling movies of Gary Oldman.
Yes. Oh, thanks, Dave. Yeah, it was Shutter Island. We watched it together. It was the detective one.
Jim Carrey is incredible. I love Jim Carrey, but I also quite love him in his comedy roles. Everyone in chat's going right. You're okay. This gives me a chance now, Luce. 120 people are going to prove that this is ridiculous now, because your dad would frequently tell you and me that I looked like, or at least at times acted like, Jim Carrey.
But you have the beard now.
I don't think that matters.
Without the beard.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's true. I
don't think so. It's nonsense words.
Right, so Umbra says Dustin Hoffman nearly stole the show in Hook if it wasn't for Robin Williams. So the newest Peter Pan, the one that's got Jason Isaacs as Hook, and he also plays the Darlings' dad.
Yeah.
I think that version you can use in an English paper somewhere, because the actor plays both the father figure and like the fun dad type figure. You're allowed to draw that parallel there, and there's a few films you're allowed to use, and the latest Peter Pan one is one of them. Jason Isaacs is good anyway.
Wolf of Wall Street was a good film, to be fair. I enjoyed that one.
I haven't seen that one.
That was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
It's a good film.
The Great Gatsby, is that Leonardo DiCaprio as well?
I don't actually know.
Oh no, I have seen Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh my, Martin. I think YouTube's broke, because every now and again someone super chats and it doesn't read it out.
Brian's off.
Brian's having a day off, is he? Just subbed. Thank you so much, mate. You're a legend. What a hero. What a man, what a guy. Welcome. Martin, are you at least following the bike channel? ! Bike. Because I'm trying to get myself a sponsor. Who did you order with? So I'm going to read it out if I can't get this to do it, which I can't by the looks of things. No, it won't let me do it. So I'm going to read it out for you for now. He says, Liam, please can you start a cool bike supply store? I'd love to. If you've got the startup capital, let's do it. I've called Urban Rider 20 times about my undelivered helmet. For some reason, that sounds prenatal. And they haven't answered the phone once, sad face. I don't think I've ever ordered from Urban Rider. Let me have a quick Google of them for you right now. I'm going to be live customer support at this moment, right? This is the content you'll pay for. If you hit all of the YouTube super chat and membership goals, I'll show you a picture of me in dress uniform with no beard.
Do you know another actor that's been in pretty much everything? Tom Hanks.
Urban Rider.
I wonder if the films he's done is in the hundreds yet.
Tom Hanks is great, to be fair. Oh, he looks pretty reputable.
He must just finish one film and go straight into another film.
It looks pretty reputable as a thing. Got reviews. I've never ordered from them, I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever ordered from Urban Rider. But they have a lot. I've been rated excellent on Trustpilot. Yeah, I pass. Are they near you? Wolf of Wall Street made me want to just throw a dwarf. You need to watch the film.
I think I have seen it.
Yeah.
Who's that actor called in Inglorious Bastards that he orders the glass of milk?
the glass of milk?
Yeah, in Inglorious, the cinema owner sits at the table with him and he orders the glass of milk because she's from the dairy farm.
The German guy.
Yeah.
Who, the start of the film, is in the house.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's his name? That's going to really annoy me.
He's a great bad guy.
Oh my god,
I was actually nervous. Like, oh my god, he knows.
IMDb. Inglorious Bastards.
I speak the most Italian. Buongiorno.
He was fucking incredible in that. He is called Christoph Waltz. Colonel Hans Lander.
He's so good.
Christoph Waltz. Ah, chat got there already. Fuck. Too fast. He was good. Chat. In the last 24 hours, we've had about 50 people sub, right? But we have also only got 35 new members. The math ain't math in there. That means we haven't got all of them yet.
Oh, I see.
So now they subscribe and they become a subscriber to the channel. Let's give them a green name. Let's give them a little test of that bit of crack. All right, get them in a Discord. Send them all your dick pics, and then they'll probably stay because of that, right?
I agree, Dave. I hope we get thunder tonight. Clear the muggy air. It feels like there's a lid on the atmosphere. There's just there's no break from it.
Django was a great movie, to be fair.
I haven't seen that one. I've been told it's really, really long.
What, Django?
Yeah.
You've never seen Django?
No. Is it really, really
great.
long or just a bit long?
I don't think it's that long. I love IMDb. It's great. Django Unchained. Jamie Foxx, Christoph Waltz. This is the one. It is a grand total of... It gives me the running time somewhere. Won 2 Oscars. Where's the running time? I thought it was supposed to tell me the running time on here. I'm sure it does. How long is Django?
Urban have an excellent YouTube channel and full of staff riding custom Triumph scramble around London. Really made me want a Triumph. Yes, been your bike channel for ages. Get Triumph for sponsor.
I like a Triumph, but our local Triumph doesn't have the greatest customer service. Django Unchained is at 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that long. Well,
it's closer to 3 hours.
Thank you, Martin, for the $10 as well. I've not seen their channel, I don't, honestly. But Triumphs are good bikes, to be fair. Triumphs are good bikes. They're a little bit premium in the price range. In seriousness.
Oh, film that you didn't realise you'd like so much because it's not normally your thing. Mine is the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds. Thought I'd hate it because it's not my kind of thing, but...
That's a really interesting... Answers on postcards. Film that you watched that you thought you'd hate and you actually enjoyed.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Have you seen that one? The latest one with Tom Cruise?
Yeah. I've also seen the original.
I haven't seen the original. I've heard the soundtrack. My dad had the soundtrack, and when it came out in the cinema, the Tom Cruise one, he dug out his old... did he have it on vinyl? No, CD, because we listened to it in the car. And I like that they kept the ships the same.
What's your favourite Tarantino film? Jackie Brown.
What's my favourite Tarantino film? Ooh.
The only one I've really seen was the
Is
it the Ways to Die in Hollywood or something?
50-something Ways to Die? No?
No.
Tarantino. Let's have a look at all his films.
It's got Margot Robbie, Leo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Dakota Fanning.
So he's done Kill Bill, obviously. Oh, this is not in order. This is a mess. No, I just want to know what his... Oh, hang on. He did Reservoir Dogs, didn't he? Did he do Reservoir Dogs? Is that Tarantino? And he did Pulp Fiction. Oh my god, he's done loads. The Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight's great. It's a good film. He did Django. He did Inglorious Bastards. That's Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, did he do? He did Django.
He did Django.
Is it a very Tarantino-y film?
It's quite Tarantino. He did Django. He did Inglorious Bastards. I didn't remember that he'd done Inglorious Bastards. He did Kill Bill. He did Reservoir Dogs is an incredible film.
Oh, that's
like
it. Thanks, Lone Monkey. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The 50 Ways to Die is the one that Seth Farland and Charlize Theron were in.
Seth MacFarlane?
That's it. And they're in the Wild West.
That's a hard choice. I am such a fan of Inglorious Bastards, but secretly, Brad Pitt's like my man crush. I fucking love Brad Pitt. He's great. I like him in Inglorious Bastards. I love him in fucking Fury. I like him in...
Oh, he's good in Fury.
I like him in Fight Club. I just love everything he's in, basically. He's fucking great.
You just love Brad Pitt.
I would finger him. I would finger him till he cried.
That's not... I think for that reason you wouldn't be allowed near him.
I don't know which film I think I would... So the Tarantino question, because that was a super chat. The Tarantino question is a difficult one, honestly. I'm such an Inglorious Bastards fan that that's probably got to be my favourite. But knowing that he did Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction is fucking incredible. Like, he's just done some bangers. Maybe Kill Bill.
Legend of Bagger Vance. It's about golf. How is it so good? Another was Moneyball, basically about the most boring sport, baseball and Excel, but it's amazing.
Thank you, Eston, for the hat trick. Snatch, Brad Pitt was incredible in Snatch. Wrist deep in Brad Pitt's, exactly.
So I got, he's not listening, so I can say it. Yestin mentions Bag of Vance. I got my dad Bag of Vance for his birthday, I think.
He's not watching. How unsupportive.
And I've sent him over. Every time I mention this film, nobody seems to remember it, but it's a film called Little Voice, and it's got Michael Caine in, Brenda somebody. I don't even know if it's based on a true story, but it's just a really lovely little film.
Yeah.
And it's an oldie, and I found it and I sent it over to him.
Kill Bill so Kill Bill is probably one of the films that I watched it, didn't think I was going to enjoy it, and ended up quite enjoying it, if I'm honest. My favourite Tarantino film is different to what I think is his best one, so I think my favourite Tarantino film would probably be Inglorious Bastards, and Django would be very close. There's another one that he did that I'm trying to remember, I can't find it right now, but I think his best one was probably Pulp Fiction, to be fair. But I also was such a big fan of Reservoir Dogs. The Hateful Eight was good. He's just done some bangers. Hasn't he, to be fair? Jackie Brown. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Cocaine Bear is not quality. It's not. Who's your man crush? And what's your guilty pleasure? Film, obviously. Fucking hell. I know what you lot are like. What's your guilty pleasure film? Joe. We've also got 112 people watching, team, right now, and we're still not at 100 likes yet, and we're nowhere near 100 members. You're not going to get to see Beardless Liam photo.
Well, your guilty pleasures are the Pitch Perfects.
It's the first one.
Just the first one?
Mostly. The rest are okay. I like them. They're not as good as the first one. They get a bit silly. First one's great.
The first one's not silly?
No.
The first one is serious acting.
And singing. Guilty pleasure film, Love Actually.
Oh, I don't know if I have one.
Hannah Montana. Brilliant. I knew this was a silly question to ask you lot. You don't have a guilty pleasure or a man crush? I love Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect's great. Pitch Perfect is an incredible film. Didn't get the accolades it deserves. Nothing to do with Anna Kendrick. Just a general all-round good film.
Yeah, everyone in there, you like them equally.
Oh, do you know another film I didn't think I was going to enjoy was what the fuck was it called? Hunger Games.
You didn't think you'd enjoy that?
I actually didn't think I'd enjoy Hunger Games.
Okay.
And I ended up watching the whole fucking series of films. I'm not saying they were good. I'm just saying I didn't think I'd enjoy them, and I actually quite like them.
I want to give The Handmaid's Tale another go. I don't think I got very far through season 1. I didn't quite get it, and I think I was quite distracted at the time. So I want to give it another go.
Tarantino wrote the scene where someone sucks tequila from Selma Hayek's toes and then cast himself. That is a sunglasses on moment, that, isn't it? I'm here for it. I love all of the Ron Burgundies and Step Brothers. That's another guilty pleasure though. Daddy's Home 2, great film.
Oh yeah,
great film.
But you have to watch Daddy's Home because
to get the context, you do,
yeah. So it's a double viewing.
Yeah. Blade, ugh. CGI doesn't hold up, it doesn't. But Wesley Snipes is so cool. Or Demolition Man. Blade was great. It was. Man crushes Keanu Reeves. Guilty pleasure is Legally Blonde. I only ever seen Legally Blonde. I don't feel like I'm missing out on much. Kindergarten Cop. Is that not the Arnie movie?
Oh, Kindergarten Cop.
I don't know if Dan's done a typo or if it's genuine.
Doesn't Luce ride? If she did, what would she ride? I like Triumph intrinsically, but I do appreciate a pricing strategy that excludes the riffraff. Nothing quite so disappointing as finding a Troy-owned same bike as you. Joke.
Luce doesn't ride.
I do. I ride my lovely 5-gear push bike. Thank you.
Luce, when she was significantly younger, Martin, right, wasn't having the greatest time learning to drive a car.
No.
Okay. In fact, after something like 6 months of learning and 4 instructors, one night I met her from her job in a place called the Golden Cross, which is, I think you said, was the oldest building in Coventry. Used to be a nightclub, right?
Mm-hmm. You're not allowed to go upstairs anymore.
And it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went to meet her from work, and I drove into town to pick her up, and I sat at the bar whilst waiting for Luce to finish. And she did a bit of a shitty night, so I was like, I'm going to be nice here. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What could go wrong? And I threw her the keys and was like, there you go. You've been learning to drive for 6 months. You can drive us home. And she got so excited and instantly smiley and happy and did a good deed there, people. And it's 2 in the morning. The roads are dead.
Bad mums and bad mums Christmas.
Thank you so much, Ian. You're a legend. So I figured, what harm could it do? The drive home from town to Lucy's was 10 to 15 minutes. And I think about 7 minutes in, I got you to pull over so I could take over again. Because we approached a little mini roundabout, you know, the ones. And I said, we're going straight over this one. And then we went...
It wasn't that bad.
It fucking was. I was like, no,
wasn't that bad.
we still go round it, but we just go straight on. But I made the mistake to say we go straight over. Right? And then we approached what is it, a Pelican Crossing? It's gone out of focus. A Pelican Crossing or something? The ones with the lights? I can't remember what they call them. And they were red. And we went straight through those lights. And I said, have you not been taught to stop at red lights? And she said, what red lights? And I was like, that's a concern. Let's pull over. So we pulled over and I got into the driver's seat and I was like, we're not doing that again. That's not going to happen. And then I drove home. And eventually Luce was like, I don't think driving's for me. I don't think I'm getting it. Every time I look down to change gears, I steer into the middle of the road or whatever it was, etc. Right? There's not genuine, right?
Yeah,
you were struggling with it, and we sort of talked about automatics. And then her brother Luke, who's a legend, he used to, not anymore, but he used to always commute to and from work on a 125 on a CBT. If you know what CBT is in the UK chat, CBT is compulsory bike training. I don't know what you guys call it in the US. There's a course that you guys can do as well. I can't remember what it's called. It escapes me right now. But in the UK, the basic course is called compulsory bike training. If you pass your compulsory bike training, you can't really fail. It's a day. You go to a riding centre. They teach you all about your safety gear. They teach you about some of the rules on the road. They show you around the motorcycle. They teach you about the motorcycle. You do some manoeuvres.
Liam PLS, can you start a cool bike supply store? I've called
Fucking
Urban
Brian.
Rider 20 times about my undelivered helmet. For some reason that sounds prenatal, and they haven't answered the phone once. Sad face.
And so you do these like the slow speed manoeuvres, you do figure of eights, you do U-turns, etc., etc., etc. And then what they do is they take you out on the road, you do a bit of road riding, and they go, cool, off you go. Right? Off you go. And then once that's done, you can go onto the road on a up to 125cc. You can't hit motorways in this country, which is highways in the US. And you have to display learning plates, right? But you can just ride. And you can do that for 2 years without doing anything else. After 2 years, your CBT expires. You have to resit the course. It's about £100. Or what you can do is you can do your main license, your big boy license. And depending on your age, depends on what type of license you can do. So if you're up to 22, I think you can do an A2 license. You're restricted to 400cc. It basically limits the power of bike. And then when you get to over 24, I think it is, you can do, or over 22, you can do your main license. And when you do your main license, you're then unrestricted and you can ride any size of motorcycle, right? So so Luke was living off of a CBT because like, I don't go on a motorway, I just commute to work. It's cheap, easy to run, cool. So Luce went, I'll do my CBT. So we went to the centre, didn't we, Luce? Learned all about the safety gear.
Yeah.
Did the manoeuvres.
Yeah.
Did all the figure of eights, the U-turns.
Yeah.
Left the riding centre.
Thanks, Ian.
Thanks, Ian. Left the riding centre. Then what happened, babe? We got to a T-junction where you can go left and right. Or no, left or right.
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Straight into the school fence.
Opposite.
Yeah. But there's now, I'm now realising things that little things I remember kind of make me go, maybe I am a smidge autistic.
No, fuck off.
I can't
No, I won't have it.
I can't seem to process really fast information such as driving. It's too much. There's too much going on. I can't do it. I also really struggle to hear anything remotely over a tannoy or on a headset, or I just can't. And I remember the guy on my CBT saying, what the fuck is that? Who is understanding that? How am I supposed to understand that?
The odd numbers were bugging me.
I don't like it if it's not multiples of 5, Ian, so you've ruined it for me now as well, just to solve yourself. We are up to £90 on the super chat total and 88 likes. We're 12 likes away. We're £10 away, but we are 64 members away from seeing Beardless Liam photo. When I had the headset for my direct access course, I had no issues at all. I understood everything.
I can't.
I was used to personal radios as well, to be fair, but.
And then things like, if you send me to the shop and you say,
oh, no, hang on, let's tell this story properly, Luce. Let's tell this story properly. Fucking hell. Chat, I've got one for you. Umbra, thank you for the one gifted. We're on 37. Right. When you all think that she's the one that's hard done by, right? So we've learned that she doesn't stop for red light. She goes straight over roundabouts and she crashes into fences when riding a motorcycle.
You said go straight over.
So vehicles aren't for Luce, right? That's why she's a bus wanker, because vehicles aren't for Luce.
I like being a bus wanker.
It's fine.
I get to listen to music.
The only downside is I really wish she drove a car, so every now and again when we went somewhere, she could put the kids in the car and drive there, and I could take the bike, because I fucking love being on the bike. But I have to go, I'll drive a car. Anyway, right. Andy, tell me what bike it is. Last Saturday. Every Saturday, actually, in this house, it's date night. It's the only night I don't stream normally because I do 40k streams Monday to Friday in the evenings, and I do a football podcast on Sundays in the evening. So the only evening I don't do a show is Saturdays.
He was saying pull over, that was an old lady log.
It wasn't actually a school fence. So Amber, thank you for the gifted. So so every Saturday's our date night. It's kind of pretty sacred to the point where when we want to do something in the evening with friends, we only really can do it on a Saturday, and both of us are like, we could, but then we lose our date night, and so it's actually quite hard. If we organise something with you as friends on a Saturday evening, you should feel quite privileged indeed. And so often what we try and do is we try and get the kids in bed at a reasonable time so we can sit in the living room and chill out and watch some TV and enjoy ourselves. And when I say enjoy ourselves, I literally mean be without children, have the TV on, not have to listen to them, chill out on the sofa, sometimes have a glass of wine. It's literally about it, right? Pretty much. And so this time round, she said to me, do you fancy some kind of supper this evening as part of date night? So we have an early dinner, have some kind of supper. I was like, yeah, okay. And our favourite kind of supper, if I'm going to be honest with you, chat, is a nice baked camembert, right? Can't beat a baked camembert. It's fucking incredible, okay? Now, normally when we have that kind of supper, off I trundle to the shops, I get a bottle of wine, and I get etc. etc. Right, cool. Beautiful, okay? Anyway. This Saturday was for Luce to go to the shop to get a camembert. Now, chat, I ask you one question only. When you eat a camembert, what do you have with it? Oh, wait. Andy says he's put a down payment on a Honda Shadow 750.
Sounds like she should go to tank driving school. She'd fit right in on Salisbury Plain. I'd be too scared to drive over a painted mini roundabout, but they don't give you much space to go round.
Thank you, Martin.
Is it a VT 750? Honda VT 750 bikes for sale? Honda Shadow is a Honda Shadow being incomplete rank and given that it's for. Where is the Shadow 750? Is it a new bike or an old bike? Oh, it's like a cruiser. It's like a Harley but cheaper. All right. That looks alright. If it's a VT 750, it looks alright. Okay. Thank you, Martin, for the $10. We have done the super chat goal, chat. Now we're on the members goal. We've almost done the like. Have you liked the stream? Baguette. Okay, yeah, bread. That's a good one. Cranberry sauce, crackers or bread, maybe a bit of chutney. Yep. Okay. What's camembert? It's how you get yogi out of a cave. Baguette, chutney, carrots, broccoli. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So when I then, I think you went for a shower. I think that's what happened. And I was like, I'll put the oven on, babe, and I'll put the camembert in. It's half an hour in the oven, right? So took the packaging out, right, and got it ready and put the little slices in, and turn the oven on, put it in the oven. And I thought I'll get everything ready. So when Luce comes down, the camembert's ready. And I looked for the bread. I did. I looked for the crackers. I looked for the breadsticks or the cheese twists or anything at all to go with the camembert. And there was nothing around anywhere in the kitchen. So I said to Luce, Luce, so where? I said, what did you get to go with the camembert? Nothing. I was like, so where's the accompaniments for the camembert? Well, I didn't know you wanted them as well. What the fuck was I going to eat it with?
You're just going to spoon
Just sat a fucking spoon in runny cheese into my mouth.
We found some rice crackers.
We did. They were fucking rancid.
And then there was some batches I'd made, so we had that. No, was it muffins? I can't remember.
I had to dig out some old onion chutney out of the fridge that we had from last time.
But this is the problem. If you don't write it on the list, I won't do it. You need to write it on the Morrison's list.
If I write anything on the Morrison's list, you'll do it.
No.
That's what you
it
just
has
said.
To be bought in Morrison's.
That's not what you just said. Honestly, that's what happened. Fuck all. Just soft cheese. That's it. That's all we had. Just cheese. Kind of like fondue, not quite. Chat, we've got 10 minutes to go. We're on 37 members. Do you all hate me now? Is that what's going on? Can we have a quick save Liam members train right before the end of the stream? Go watch the carbs. Yeah, obviously. I was on top chat and I had an all snap.
The look on your face when I said, oh, I didn't know you wanted them as well. Flabbergasted.
Honestly. I'd gift, but it's been an expensive month. I get it, Ed. I get it. It's expensive. It's expensive for everyone now. Although I don't think I've had a Friday that's performed this terribly in a very long time. But I've tried to be funny. We've tried. My partner's mum makes a roast brie in some kind of pastry. Very gooey. Definitely needs a bread or crackers.
Oh,
that sounds amazing.
I saw this thing on Facebook a couple of years ago. You stack cheeses. It looks like cheddar, but it's probably not. And then around it is like blocks of puff pastry. And then you bake it and you slice about 2 inches off the top. And then you just break the pastry off to dip in. So you end up eating the tower.
That sounds amazing. Alex,
Yeah.
thank you for the gifted. You're amazing. I love you. What a hero. What a man, what a guy! Thank you, Alex. You hero. Hope you're doing well. I missed one from Amber. I said it, but I didn't put it on the tracker. Thank you, Biblical Nipple. What a great name. For 10 members. What a fucking legend. Someone said earlier, summon John. John's away on holiday. Because John messaged me whilst being away on holiday and was like, I'm sorry I can't gift, it won't let me because it thinks I'm not in the US because he's not in the US.
Oh.
So it won't let him spend any money.
Yeah. No, he should be having a relaxing time.
Oh, no,
Holiday.
Oh, sorry I haven't been around much, but I mean, I think he's in like Morocco or something. I was like, no, enjoy your holiday.
Very nice.
Was told not to.
I relinquished.
Yes, Roland.
No,
babe.
Roland, I relinquished that.
Stop it.
We can ignore that now. We can ignore that now, Roland. You're back. You're back on. Someone tag him in. Lou's cut him off of his drug. We're gonna let you have it again. I sort of stopped sweating at least. You know, that's a bonus.
There you go.
Every cloud.
Every cloud that's not raining or thundering. As
Well,
promised.
everywhere around us apparently has got thunderstorms. So surely it'll be coming our way.
Do you remember when we lived in Cheshire and we'd have the most biblical thunderstorms because we were right at the top of a hill as well.
Like biblical nipple.
Yeah. They were, one of those storms genuinely scared me. We had pink and blue lightning.
Adam, thank you for the one. You're a legend. What a hero. An absolute legend for that matter. Skippy, thank you for... oh my god, people. Can we do it? Can we actually race to the end at the end? Is it possible? Are people preferring the later time, by the way? Roland, thank you for 20 gifted!
Roland, stop it.
There's a loose hope!
I hope for you, Roland, that you come to your senses soon.
Stop this nonsense!
And
You've
you
given
go
the
to
same
the
hope 3 times now.
hospital to clearly get the dose of penicillin you need to stop this delirium.
No, give him a good hope, because you've given him that same hope like 4 times now.
I'm very concerned.
I think he's a wonderful human being. I love him very dearly. Let's give him a better hope. An actual hope.
I hope for you, Roland Bain. Your next thunderstorm is amazing.
I hope for
and
you.
not some pathetic 10-second rumble and that's it
The
done.
next thunderstorm happens on a super hot day. I've done this, so this is like an actual. I want this to happen for you as well, right? Where your next thunderstorm happens on what is quite a hot day, and you've kind of been a bit clammy and sweaty all day because it's just a bit uncomfortable. You have to kind of keep working, and but you're getting by, you're mopping your brow every now, and then the thunderstorm hits, and you go and stand outside in it, and it's just warm enough that you're not cold. But the rain's cool enough that you feel refreshed. That happened in Afghan. It hadn't rained for like 2.5 months or something, and then it fucking poured, and we all just went and stood in it, like weird meerkats.
Do they have like a monsoon season in Afghan?
I don't. Not when I've been out there from September to February twice, and from like April to September once. I never had a monsoon season.
Okay.
Just sunshine all the time. I found a no beard Liam photo and it's in Discord. I'm sure it is, yeah. I love the later time. I kept joining the streams right at the end by the time I get home on a Friday night. Well, there you go.
Ah.
10-second rumble. Is she talking about thunderstorms or Liam in the sack? 10 seconds, Brian. Let me tell you. That's enough time to finish twice and have a cry.
Why would you cry?
Because finish twice in 10 seconds. Oh, thank you so much, Roland. Thank you so much, Skippy, for the 10. Thank you, Biblical Nipple. Up to a slightly more respectable 80. 20 to go. We're probably not going to get there, but I love you all, and I want to have a good weekend, and I'm looking forward to the rugby tomorrow, so, you know. Wouldn't the Himalayas stop Afghan get much rain? I didn't see much rain yesterday, I'll be honest. I saw sunshine and hot weather all the time.
Why would the Himalayas stop?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Still no answer to the question.
Sorry, Martin.
What bike would Luce ride if she did ride bikes? You need to try melted Mont d'Or cheese with lardons and a good 15-year-old Van Joon from Dom en Puffney in Jura.
That's a lot of words at the end there. It's a wine, I guess.
Martin, you're too posh to be my friend. I don't know what you've just said there.
I'm going to go up and see him soon.
If it's not Ribena, I don't know what you're talking about.
What bike would you ride if you could ride a bike? By the way, for reference, just to add some context here, about a week and a half ago, or so, Martin did his CBT. I think it was the end of last week. He did his CBT.
Oh, did it go well?
Yeah, he passed.
Amazing.
I then helped him find a bike that he's now bought.
Okay.
And he's now utterly obsessed in the bike world, like we all do when we first get a bike license. And I'm fucking here for it. I can talk to him about bikes all day. So, would you ride a sports bike?
No.
Why not?
I don't think I would be safe.
Okay. Would you ride a naked bike?
Yeah, I quite liked the
So
look.
upright position,
Yeah.
but sort of sporty.
I like the look of Luke's bike.
His current one?
No, his first one. It was a Yamaha naked thing. It was quite cool. Looked quite cool.
Didn't he have a Grom? I thought I had a Honda Grom to start with or something. No, anyway, would you ride a cruiser?
No.
A Tourer? Big bikes, lots of fairings, lots of protection, lots of saddlebags to carry all the shopping in.
No.
No?
Prick. No.
An adventure bike?
No.
So we would have a naked bike?
Yeah.
Okay. That's about the best you're going to get, though, Martin. Because I then now could say to her, "Would you ride a or?" And she'd be like, "I haven't got a fucking clue what you're saying now."
Yeah, it's just words now. They're all bikes.
Wow, they are not.
I'm just saying it.
They are not.
It's the whole idea of me being on the road in any vehicle it's not an exciting thought to me.
No. I actually, to be fair, learning to drive right now, and when Martin did his CBT, he doesn't have a car license. This is his first experience of being in control of a vehicle on a road, right? And he was like, I feel like I can't take in everything at once.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, right.
This is why
I brought it up, because this is basically what you said as well.
It's the fast information that's constantly changing information as well. I can't do it. It's too much.
I found learning to ride much easier only because I had like 18 years driving experience at the time. So I was already signed to second nature. The rules of the road are second nature because I've been doing it for 18 years, right? So then when you're focusing on riding a bike and you've got to learn that this is now the accelerator and the right foot's now a brake and this is now etc, right? And the world feels like it goes past much faster when you're on a bike to start with. But I was like, it's cool because I know what that sign means. I know what I do at a roundabout. I know where I need to be as a position as a vehicle. I just have to do the controls different because it's a bike rather than a car. I don't envy anybody who's learning to drive in the modern day. Because not only is the roads busier than ever before, but everyone else is a fucking lunatic. Absolute lunatic. So, what about being on the road in a rickshaw? I think you suit a rickshaw.
What's a rickshaw?
It's those little like cart things that they ride around in London. I think it's like a trailer on the back with a van pedaling at the front. Or is a rickshaw motored?
Like a tuk-tuk.
Don't get an e-scooter. Never want to get an e-scooter. Never ever get an e-scooter unless it's a real, like a tuk-tuk, yeah, unless it's like a real reputable brand.
Thanks, Ray.
Ray says, for those of you listening, doing your hobbying, I've met you. You are a lovely person, but I feel the roads are safer without you on them.
That's true. It's true. I shall be in charge of snacks and going, oh, look, a deer.
Right. Normally what I do right now, chat, honestly, is I'd keep going, especially on a Friday night when it's the end of the week and we're chilling out and having fun. And I'd keep going until we got these last 20 members. But, A, I'm really tired. I filmed a review this morning of a semi-sports bike. So, that semi-sports bike was quite a tiring ride because it's the most sporty bike I've ever really ridden, and it was quite hard work. So because it was quite hard work, I'm quite tired now, and it was also very hot today, and I was sweating a lot, etc. Equally, I have to get up early tomorrow morning. So on a Saturday where we normally have an alarm clock, I'll be getting up at 6:30 because I've got to get ready to pick up my family and drive up to Twickenham and watch my team Mighty Bath, play Leicester in the Premiership final at Twickenham. I refuse to call it the Allianz Stadium. It is in fact Twickenham. And we've making a day of it as a family because I don't get to see my uncle very often, who I don't call uncle anymore. I often don't actually get to see my dad that much on his own. So we're going to go up there. We're going to do the Twickenham Museum as a family and grab a burger, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to watch the game, and then we're going to come home. And I'm really looking forward to a day with the family. And then obviously Friday's Father's Day. So because I need to go to bed, I need to get to bed at a reasonable time to make sure I'm not a grumpy fuck tomorrow when I first get up, because I'm not a morning person. And Jack Allen, thank you for 20 gifted memberships. Did you hear that, Luce?
Well, over you screaming.
He did it for us, though.
Oh, must you be so loud?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I'm actually very excited about this weekend in general, I'll be honest. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow and having the day at the Ruggers. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday because there's no streaming and there's no pressure and I can just chill out and do what I want. I can't wait. Jack, thank you so much. Thank you, Roland, so much. You're all incredible human beings. I love you.
It felt like everyone was trying to kill me, and where you look is where the bike goes, even if that's a cyclist you are trying to avoid. WTF counter steering.
If I come up next Sunday, I'll teach you counter steering properly. I can teach you that with using my Harley. Honestly, I can teach you counter steering, don't you worry. But you should ride, specifically other cars and lorries and trucks and buses, you should ride like everyone else is trying to kill you. It's the safest way to be. Ride defensively, don't be aggressive, don't race people, don't fucking try and nip in gaps when people are trying to shut the gap. If a man is trying to shut a gap and not let you get in, just let him shut the gap. He has his little win and he probably goes home and cries in the shower with his cock in his hands. So let him do it, it's fine, who cares? Just be defensive because people won't look out for you. They just won't. So, have we found one? We missed the news tonight as well.
We did. To be fair, there wasn't any news.
There wasn't any news?
No,
Oh, okay,
I had a
fair
look.
enough.
I couldn't really find anything.
Yeah, not any news that's entertaining. There's loads of news, but nothing that's entertaining. With Top Chat, no R snaps. I had Top Chat and I had one R snap. Battlefield 1 on Monday. Well, it depends. Monday, I'm in Brighton for a business meeting for a couple of hours. So there's a chance, but there's no promise. It's a business meeting for Hobby House. Thursday next week, there's no streams because I'm in business meetings for Hobby House. Yes, chat, this does mean things are moving a lot quicker now. Things are starting to gather momentum. In fact, for those 110 people that have stayed behind right till the end, I can confirm that currently, as we speak, Hobby House is fully funded.
Woo!
And we didn't do a crowdfunder.
Amazing.
And it's fully funded.
Well done.
Anywho,
Those twitchy cogs.
the twitchy cogs are twitching, and they're about to go like that really fucking fast, to be fair. So Hobby House is now fully funded. The money's in the bank. I literally signed the share certificates today. They get issued on Monday, and then we get to sign the lease and actually get moving, and I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited. Anywho, before we disappear, it wouldn't be the end of a stream without a loose fact. So here is loose fact.
The name of the character behind bars in the Monopoly board game is Jake the Jailbird.
Is that written in the instruction manual or on the box or?
We shall wait for Yestin to.
Oh. That's it now. We don't have to have the discussion.
Right.
And chat doesn't choose loose or loose. We just wait for Yestin until us to draw
Just
it
wait for Yestin.
Yeah, okay. I learnt to counter steer by accident one day. That surprised me, I bet, yeah.
Is that just swerving out the way?
Counter steer it. So this is your handlebar, right, for your bike? Where you hold it like that. Now, you would think that if you push your handlebars that way, you should go left.
Right.
No. If you're driving at speed and you push your handlebars that way, the bike leans that way. So if you want to go right, you push to go left, and then you roll into the right. And that's how you counter steer. So if I was driving in a straight line, I've done this on a video.
So
to show
this
people.
is how I went into the school fence.
You didn't go right or left. You went straight on.
You weren't there.
So these are your steering. These are your handlebars. If you want to go right, you push left, which kind of feels unnatural. The bike then tilts over that way and goes that way, and then you roll into the turn. Out of that. And then depending on the bike, if you're riding like something like a sports bike, you grip it with your tank. You grip your tank with your legs, and you put your balls of your feet on your pegs. And what you'll do is, if you're going right, is you'll pull your right foot back, and then you'll spray your left one out, and you'll pinch the tank with your legs, and you kick in and push round at the same time, and your whole body basically rolls the bike round. And Martin's very true what he says. It's like riding a horse. Where you look is where you go. And there's an issue with I can't remember what they call it. It's not called hyperfocus because that's the ADHD thing, but there's a focus issue thing or target fixation, where if you look at the wrong thing for too long when you're riding the bike, you'll just naturally go towards it. And the amount of crashes that happen because people will be riding and they'll target fixation on that barrier and be like, I want to not hit that barrier, and
then you hit the barrier.
Loose fact hashtag AI approved.
Oh, most people said they thought it was bollocks as well, so there you go. Beautiful.
Egg on their faces.
Oh, right, you wonderful human beings. Thank you for hanging out tonight on the After Dark show. You're amazing. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We did hit all targets. Here's my most awful photo that I can show you. Do I hide this bit? Or do that? Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Just because you hit all targets. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the show. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week's content. Thank you for hanging out with us all week. Thank you for all the super chats this week. Thank you for all the gifted memberships this week. Thank you for all the likes this week. You people are amazing. We hit most of the targets this week. We didn't hit all of the targets, but we hit most of the targets this week. So I really appreciate it. You're all amazing human beings. I love you all very, very dearly. That's it from us today. And there's no shows this weekend because tomorrow is rugby, and then Sunday is Father's Day.
Hobby House doesn't have to be 40k exclusive. Can it also sell bed clothing? Counter steering is a mind bend. Currently I yank the bars.
I'll teach you mine, don't you worry. It's easy enough.
Straight to jail officer is named Edgar Mallory.
I believe you. So where's the chin? Proof. And nothing looks like Ace Ventura.
Look how young he looks.
I know. That was when we got married. That was the day we got married. That was the 30th of April, 2011.
Yeah.
I can see the resemblance to Jim Carrey. Fuck off.
Thank you.
Not a chance. Not a chance at all. You do look like Jim Carrey. No, I don't! The chin, look, there's no chin. Even the shadows couldn't save me there. Right. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the shows. We'll be back on Monday at 7:30 with the hobby show at the very latest. There might be a game show of the day. Depends what happens when I'm in Brighton for the day. I think my meeting's at 11. It depends if I get back in time. You're all amazing humans. We love you dearly. I'm going to go, and when Luce gets in the shower, I'm just going to dive in behind her because she said I wasn't allowed one on my own. Thank you so much for watching, you wonderful human beings. I love you very, very dearly. I hope all you wonderful dads have a great Father's Day on Sunday, and we'll see you. Oh, would you like to address chat before we go?
Best chat.
Best chat. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.